wsicnews.org. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Visit wsicnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
WSIC is your home for NASCAR Cup Series racing. This weekend, it's the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Sunday, March 3rd at 2:30, right here on WSIC.
The News Drive at 5 continues now on 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Here's your host, Patrick Reynolds.
Welcome back to the News Drive at 5 here on WSIC News Talk Radio for your Hump Day Wednesday, February 28th, 2024, 5:18 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for tuning in to our community radio station. If you'd like to talk right here with us on air, 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. We'll get you live on the air. We'd love to hear from you and share what your thoughts on our local headlines. Back to the stories we're covering here and tracking on the News Drive at 5. In Cornelius, a Newsmakers Breakfast March 12th at the Peninsula Club will feature Bill Leonard, the Atrium executive behind the hospital that is coming to Cornelius. The 170,000 square foot hospital and an adjacent 72,000 square foot office building will bring an estimated 280 jobs to Cornelius, not to mention more access to health care. The second phase of construction will add 122,000 square feet to the hospital building. Atrium Health Lake Norman, as the facility will be known, was originally valued at $153 million. Now it is said to be a significantly larger investment in the community. The Newsmakers Breakfast is an open forum question and answer with people who make the news. Anyone in the audience can ask a question. The cost to attend is $16, which includes a full country breakfast at the Peninsula Club. Doors will open at 7:15 a.m. for networking. The buffet-style breakfast gets underway at 7:30 a.m. The Q&A begins at 8 a.m. and concludes promptly at 9. You must reserve a seat to attend. Again, that's March 12th at the Peninsula Club in Cornelius. In Iredell County, a federal judge issued a split decision on a lawsuit that could decide the future of short-term rentals, or STRs, in North Carolina. Filed by property owners as well as property management companies, the lawsuit alleges Iredell County's zoning restrictions on STRs are illegal. STR laws in North Carolina have prompted multiple court cases and division between property owners on both sides of the debate. Some claim rental restrictions infringe on the rights of property owners. Others argue, as the practice continues to gain momentum, there should be more enforcement on what is allowed. The decision issued by the federal judge means 3 claims by property owners and rental companies are remanded back to state court, while 2 will remain in federal court. At the heart of the case is Iredell County's enacted zoning ordinance that places news regulations on property owners who rent their homes. The ordinance also imposes restrictions on the use of the property being rented out. For example, occupancy cannot exceed 2 persons per bedroom, plus 2 additional persons. Owners may not host events such as weddings, parties, reunions, or other large-style events. Iredell County asked the federal court to take over the case, claiming the state did not have full jurisdiction over the complaints. It was a request the property owners and management companies disagreed with. Plaintiffs argue that the alleged federal claims in their case are not substantial enough to support jurisdiction in this court and further urge the court to decline jurisdiction. The court agreed with both parties involved in the suit. In this case, each of the claims in some way requires determinations of North Carolina state law, including complex issues such as preemption and the application of state law including the North Carolina Constitution, to local land ordinances. The Troutman Planning and Zoning Board has recommended a rezoning change for 4 acres off Hemi and Rumpel Streets to create a consistent zoning for a 9-acre residential development for 18 single-family homes. Property owner Salih Boyson is also asking that this parcel be annexed into the town and zoned town residential to match his adjoining properties, which are included in the development. The board voted 5-1 to recommend the rezoning. The zoning board also unanimously recommended a unified development ordinance change recommended by staff that adds a new parking lot maintenance section that applies to both new and existing parking lots. It requires that off-street parking areas be kept in good condition, including being free from potholes and keeping parking space lines or marking visible and distinct. Both of these issues will be considered by the Troutman Town Council on March the 14th. In updates, the Autumn Leaf Perth Road townhomes were approved by the council. The town is also actively seeking grant funding for specific road and intersection improvements. The Planning and Zoning Board will undergo additional training during its March 25th meeting to clarify roles, rules, state statutes, and procedures to improve board functioning after some confusion at recent meetings. Town Attorney Gary Thomas will be present to answer legal questions. The board members were asked to provide any topics they would like discussed at the training session. The council instituted a new policy that new planning and zoning board members must be trained before taking a seat on the board. In Cornelius, a project for which the town received a $2.4 million state grant in 2017 and appropriated $1.7 million in 2018, may yet be resuscitated after a multi-year delay. Known initially as the Smithville to Washam Greenway and Westmoreland multi-use path, the McDowell Creek East Greenway could create a 2.3-mile trail corridor through the center of Cornelius. Town Parks Director Troy Fitzsimmons outlined the status of the project at the town board's meeting. He said, quote, "First planning steps for this project got underway in the 2017-2018 timeframe, but were then frozen by North Carolina Department of Transportation in 2019 due to state grant funding issues. In 2021, NCDOT advised that the town could proceed again, but by that time, the town was working with Mecklenburg County on a partnership as there were insufficient funds to complete the project. Fitzsimmons said that over the past 2 years, the town and county worked together in how has the project in the county's fiscal year 25 capital improvement plan. Fitzsimmons said, quote, "We would really like to formally initiate the partnership and restart the project. Funds to complete the project would come through the county as well as $1.7 million in 2013 town park bonds and capital funds," end quote. Kimley Horn was selected through a request for qualifications process in 2018 to be the consultant for the project. The commissioner seemed supportive of the revised project plans and advised Fitzsimmons to present the update to the Town Parks and Recreation Board. If the Park Board concurs with the plan, it will be presented to the Town Board for their formal approval in March. If the project is approved, there will be plenty of work for the town and its consultant. Due to the time lapse, several NCDOT documents need to be updated, and costs today are significantly higher now than they were in 2018. An additional $249,000 would be needed, funds which the town has available. In Huntersville, leaders say funding for a proposed pedestrian bridge was approved last week, and town officials are happy about the decision. Huntersville Town Board Commissioner and Charlotte Regional Transportation Planning Organization Board member Nick Walsh said he is pleased the project will be funded. He looks forward to Huntersville residents using the bridge. Now, the bridge will serve foot traffic near Brookdale Village and Lindholm Drive across Sam Fur Road. According to North Carolina Department of Transportation traffic volume data, 34,000 vehicles travel along that location in front of Birkdale Village daily. The organization voted to allocate funding on February 21st. Town leaders approved applying for grant funding from the organization on October the 16th. The project was one of 25 projects across 12 member jurisdictions in Iredell, Mecklenburg, and Union counties funded when the board approved allocating over $62 million in discretionary grant program project funds. The total project cost has an initial estimate of $5.1 million, with the town of Huntersville providing 40% matching funds. Construction of the pedestrian bridge will be part of the NC 73 improvement project being completed by the North Carolina Department of Transportation. NCDOT staff provided the design for the project, and Mecklenburg County Parks and Recreation supported it. In Mooresville, as expected, the town board's public session was brief and uneventful, with consideration of a design contract for Moore Park renovation shelved as the board seeks a fresh start on the project's vision, and a residential project rezoning off Reinhardt Road deferred until May so issues about a greenway extension near Selma Burke Middle School can be addressed. The board did okay. A planning staff-initiated zoning adjustment, bringing all of the Randy Marion Automotive Group Subaru dealership along North Carolina 150 into a unified commercial corridor district. But for the most part, late February's high-profile items involving town government activities are carryover topic from the town's three-day retreat earlier this month. The town's early February $300,000 investment to purchase property on Carpenter Avenue increased the acreage of the planned Liberty Village development along Carpenter and South Maple Street, which will include single-family rental homes for military veterans, first responders, and other public service workers. The News Drive at 5 continues on. Patrick Reynolds taking you home here on WSIC News Talk. We'll be back right after this.
Keep it here. We'll be back with more of the News Drive at 5 with Patrick straight ahead on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
We're tracking a line of heavy rain through the area through about 6 o'clock this evening, along with those gusty winds, still gusting around 30 to 40 miles per hour. After that, though, the cold front will slide by. Our winds will still stay breezy, but our temperatures are going to fall like a rock as that chilly air starts to move in behind the cold front. We'll dip all the way down into the mid-30s. Some spots, the rural areas and farms, may even see the freezing mark by early tomorrow morning. We're dry for our Thursday, but it's cool with low to mid-50s. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Cold weather is here, but that doesn't mean it has to be cold inside. At G&B Energy, we provide clean and efficient propane to heat your water heater, warm your home, and cook your meals, even when the power's out. We are a family-owned and North Carolina-grown business known for fair prices and expert service. Visit G&B Energy today on Intercraft Drive in Statesville or gnbenergy.com. G&B Energy, home of the $480 Rinnai tankless water heater. Restrictions apply.
In life, we plan for many important things. Weddings, our children's education, retirement. A celebration of life is really no different. Planning and paying for your life celebration in advance will give you and your family valuable peace of mind. We'll help you take care of every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Bunch Johnson Funeral Home. Find us at dignitymemorial.com.
Hello everyone, this is Joshua Doby, President of North Main Financial Group. At North Main Financial Group, we move to where you need us. Investment management, insurance planning, and estate strategies. No two people are the same, so we customize our planning based upon your needs. Reach out to us at northmainfinancial.com. That's northmainfinancial.com.
Packages start at $29.99 a month with sign agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Terms and conditions apply.
Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford, we have great news. Now you can get Vivint's award-winning home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News and World Report has recognized Vivint as the best professionally installed home security system of 2022. And right now, you can get Vivint's home security technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation from a licensed technician. Protect your home and loved ones for as low as $1 a day. Call right now for your free home security consultation.
800-901-5563. 800-901-5563. 800-901-5563. That's 800-901.
Okay, I'm talking funny because I'm in the witness protection program. I have too much credit card debt and I don't want people to find me.
Okay, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about credit card debt. Right, those plastic things that we all have in our wallet. Are you in your 50s or 60s and you're still carrying around a mound of credit card debt? Wouldn't it be nice to start banking that money and save a little money for retirement down the road? We help people restructure their credit card debt all the time. We show people how they can get out of credit card debt in months, not years. Listen, you'll be carrying around credit card debt for the rest of your life unless you deal with it right now. We offer a free consultation so you can learn how you can finally wipe out your credit card debt and start saving money. Give us a free call right now.
Call Debt Solutions Network now. 866-451-3328. 866-451-3328. That's 866-451-3328.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The FAA is giving Boeing 90 days to come up with a plan to fix its quality control issues. The agency's head met with Boeing's CEO and said Boeing's executives will have to make a sustained effort to fix things. The agency will hold the plane maker accountable. Strong words, but the FAA did not stop Boeing's 737 MAX deliveries. That's part of the reason Boeing shares rose almost 3%. AI may not be ready for prime time. Microsoft is looking into reports its Copilot chatbot is generating insulting and potentially harmful responses. Copilot told one user it didn't care if the person lived or died and offered mixed messages on committing suicide. Microsoft says it has made changes, but that the behavior was a response to intentional efforts to goad Copilot into such responses. On Wall Street, investors rolled back losses, but the stock averages still fell 1/10 to about 0.5%. The Dow down 23, the Nasdaq 88, the S&P 8. Joan Doniger, Bloomberg Radio.
Call 844-STUDIO-4 now to join in the conversation on the News Drive at 5 with Patrick Reynolds on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Welcome back to the News Drive at 5. Patrick Reynolds alongside you on this WSIC News Talk Wednesday afternoon for February the 28th, 2024. 5:35 p.m. Eastern Time. If you would like to talk in studio, live on air, 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. Get you on air with us. Please feel free to call in and join us about any of the news stories we're covering tonight or anything that's on your mind in the community. We'd love to hear from you. We are your News Talk local connection. Part of News Talk Radio is listening. 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. Let your voice be heard. Back to the Mooresville Budget Retreat information. During a presentation about the town's evolving attainable housing efforts at the retreat a few days later, Assistant Town Manager Sharisha Hills said the property addition allows the project, which already has a partnership commitment from the American Homes for Rent firm, will include more townhomes, resulting in a project bottom line adjustment allowing reduced per unit rent. The attainable housing discussion, led by Hills and Commissioner Tommy DeWeese, focused on the need for thinking outside the box to pursue a land bank of town-owned attainable housing sites. The prospects and associated problems, like utility service extension, related to seeking less costly housing outside town limits where property values are lower, in consideration of federal housing assistance guidelines when determining which families and individuals, based on area median income calculations, should be eligible for local attainable housing programs. The next step in Mooresville's efforts will involve a survey distributed to some town employees, with public service personnel among those targeted by the Attainable Housing Program, to garner input and ideas about the type of housing, whether that's rental or purchase, what kind is needed, and other logistics to help guide future conversations and actions. On another retreat topics somewhat linked to the Liberty Village project, which has an undetermined start date, the board authorized Parks and Recreation Director Pam Reedy to work with NC Works on a short-term lease that would allow the agency, which provides employment and training assistance and serves hundreds of people in the Mooresville area, to use the former Recreation Department office building and Carpenter Avenue for its operations while searching for a new local headquarters. Based on other retreat presentations, town residents can expect an upward trend in utility rates, multiple discussions related to the development of a new community comprehensive plan, stepped up efforts to enforce public nuisance and minimum housing standards, and continued pursuit of corporate tenants for acreage in a town-owned business park. Due to rising operational costs, along with ongoing and anticipated capital investments in needed municipal system upgrades, Mooresville water and waste treatment rates are likely to rise starting in the next fiscal year. In a retreat presentation, Public Utilities Director Allison Kraft outlined a proposal of incremental increases over a 5-year period to offset expenditures, while also reminding officials about the anticipated need for a major investment to increase wastewater treatment capacity by the early 2030s. Kraft said during her presentation, quote, "We're not trying to raise rates so we can have money lying around. We're just trying to pay for the things we have to have," end quote. An updated guidebook for the town's future will take place in 2024 as the process of compiling a 2040 comprehensive plan plays out. At the retreat, Transportation Planner Will Washam provided an update on the establishment of a committee appointed to direct the multifaceted review of town goals and policy, with public engagement a key component. And that also included categories to include land use, infrastructure needs, economic consideration, and ordinances. Community input activities will be held from March to June, with the preparation of an action plan for consideration anticipated by July. Information and updates about the process are available at mooresvilletomorrow.com. In other items describing the town's current system as broken, town staff plans to step up policies, including sharper teeth on the enforcement side to address property appearance, nuisance, and minimal housing condition violations. Also, during a retreat presentation, Assistant Town Manager Ryan Race reported the town has recouped close to half of its initial $5.5 million in the 476-acre Mooresville Business Park East property off North Carolina 80. The park, already home to Fiberworks Composites, McLean Fog, NGK Ceramics, and Besco operations, involves a partnership with Iredell County and the South Iredell Development Corporation. Specifically designed for corporate and industrial operations, 186 acres in the park have been sold, with another 7 lots totaling 290 acres, with individual parcels ranging from 25 acres up to 75 acres are available. In his presentation, Race added that one of Mooresville's newest corporate residents, Dean Incorporated, is expected to build its new North American headquarters in the business park. He also recommended waiting on the construction of the final interior road in the park, Herring Industrial Drive, so it can be designed to best serve future tenant needs. Well, the Carolina Panthers are raising overall ticket prices by slightly more than 4% in 2024, following a season in which they finished with an NFL worst 2-15 record and were shut out in the final 2 games. The lower level seating at Bank of America Stadium will see the most significant impact, with season ticket prices increasing by an average of 7% from last year for permanent seat license owners, according to team spokesman. The upper level seating will see a blended increase of less than 1%, with 90% of those ticket prices remaining flat. Premium tickets, which include club seats and suites, will increase based on the terms of their contracts. The team did not release the new actual cost of a season ticket by section, except to say the most affordable ticket is $510. The Panthers struggled through the 2023 season after spending the number 1 overall draft pick on quarterback Bryce Young. Carolina sent top wide receiver DJ Moore and 4 draft picks to the Chicago Bears in order to move up in the draft and get Young, including what turned out to be number 1 overall pick in 2024. Frustration and apathy reigned among Carolina fans last season, and head coach Frank Reich and general manager Scott Fitterer were fired. The Panthers faced half-empty stadiums near the end of the season, and in the case of the home game against Dallas, the crowd filled with mostly Cowboys fans. According to research conducted by the team, the Panthers ranked 19th in the 32-team NFL in non-premium ticket pricing in 2023 and still expect to remain comparable this season despite the 4% increase. The team says its research indicate that 93% of NFL teams are increasing ticket prices for 2024, with 4 teams still yet to release pricing information. PSL owners will receive an email notice detailing the changes on ticket pricing. The team says PSL owners have until May 1st to renew their season tickets. Those who sign up for a payment, play, or pay in full before April 1st will be eligible to win an all-inclusive trip to the 2024 NFL Draft in Detroit. Out of Raleigh, the North Carolina Department of Commerce is celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the new NC Works Mobile Career Center. The mobile unit can bring accessible workforce development services to North Carolina job seekers and employers anywhere in the state. We'll pick up that story a little bit further in detail after the breaks. NC Works doing good things around here. News Drive at 5 continues on. I'm Patrick Reynolds on WSIC News Talk. We'll be back right after this.
More of the News Drive at 5 after we pay the bills on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Well, tracking a line of heavy rain through the area through about 6 o'clock this evening, along with those gusty winds, still gusting around 30 to 40 miles per hour. After that, though, the cold front will slide by. Our winds will still stay breezy, but our temperatures are going to fall like a rock as that chilly air starts to move in behind the cold front. We'll dip all the way down into the mid-30s. Some spots, the rural areas and farms, may even see the freezing mark by early tomorrow morning. We're dry for our Thursday, but it's cool with low to mid-50s. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here's your WSIC community calendar. MuralFest is back, April 25th through the 28th at Wilkes Community College, featuring nearly 100 performers, including Old Crow Medicine Show, Sam Bush, Turnpike Troubadours, the Teskey Brothers, Nickel Creek, and more. Tickets and information at muralfest.org. Listen each morning to Good Morning LKN for your chance to win tickets. Downtown Mooresville's Shamrocks and Shenanigans is on its way. St. Patty's Day is right around the corner. The festival is happening in downtown Mooresville. Attending is free, but there are ticket packages available for purchase. Irish dancers, pipe bands, food, and drinks. March 16th, downtown Mooresville's Shamrocks and Shenanigans is on its way. For more info, visit downtownmooresville.com. Coin collectors, get ready! The Statesville Coin and Currency Show is coming to the Statesville Civic Center March 16th and 17th, featuring over 60 tables of some of the finest coins around. For more info, contact Bill Brewer of Carolina Prospectors in Statesville. The Statesville Coin and Currency Show, Statesville Statesville Civic Center, March 16th and 17th. Want to see a Tyrannosaurus Rex? How about a Triceratops? Dinosaur World Live is coming to Kane Center for the Arts, Friday, March 29th. That's not the only fun family adventure coming to the Kane Center for the Arts. Dinosaur World Live, Friday, March 29th. For tickets and to see the entire spring lineup, visit canearts.org. That's CAINarts.org. Have an event you would like to tell people about? Visit WSICnews.com and click on events to submit your event today.
This is Fred Lowry at Lowry Drug. We now have our own brand of full-spectrum hemp extract, also known as CBD oil. I personally manage this product as it was grown on my farm here in Iredell County. It was then processed and bottled here in Statesville. This is a true herbal extract with all the medicinal components intact. A product you can trust to be authentic. And since there is no wholesaler, it's at a price you can afford. Try it at Lowry Drug on Hartness Road in Statesville.
Now, back to more of the News Drive at 5 with your host, Patrick Reynolds, on 105.9 100.7 WSIC.
Back to the News Drive at 5 here on WSIC News Talk. I am Patrick Reynolds on this Wednesday, February 28th, 2024 at 5:48 p.m. Eastern Time. 844-STUDIO-4. Get you on air with us, 844-788-3464. Give us a call. We would love to talk to you. Back to this NC Works story. Came out of Raleigh. Secretary Michelle Sanders said, quote, led by our First in Talent plan, we are emphasizing North Carolina's workforce as key to our economic development success because our greatest asset is our people. When this mobile unit drives up anywhere in North Carolina, it is a symbol of our commitment. Chet Mottershed, Assistant Secretary for Workforce Solutions, said, quote, working in close coordination with partners, including North Carolina's 20 local workforce development boards, we are proud to help our customers in a variety of ways through the mobile unit, brick-and-mortar locations, and online, end quote. North Carolina's workforce partners use the Mobile Career Center, also known as the NC Works Mobile Unit, to help people find jobs and connect to employers who are hiring. The RV-type unit can be deployed to provide help during career fairs and workshops, several events for veterans, and as part of rapid response efforts when communities face significant layoffs or closures. Inside this unit, job seekers gain access to services that are similar to those found in a traditional NC Works Career Center, such as career counseling, resume preparation, internet access, and help using the ncworks.gov site, replacing a previous mobile workforce unit that originally launched in 2006. The new model provides enhanced technology, comfort, and rooms for customers, including space for private interviews. In its first year, the new NC Works Mobile Career Center has been dispatched to 30 different counties and 37 communities across North Carolina, logging more than 14,000 miles on the road. The mobile unit supports and complements the network of 80-plus NC Works Career Centers across the state, helping job seekers get back to work and prepare for opportunities in growing career fields, while also helping employers find the qualified talent they need to make their businesses thrive. This is the same workforce and unit that Pam Reedy found some temporary space in Mooresville to work with, as well as their mobile unit described here. More news out of Raleigh affecting our area. Governor Roy Cooper announced $1.3 million in grants to 42 public school districts and public charter schools across North Carolina to expand access to healthy school breakfast for more than 51,000 students. The North Carolina Innovative School Breakfast Grants were funded through federal funds directed by the governor in October of 2023. Iredell Statesville Schools is among those grant recipients. Public schools provide free or reduced price meals for children, and nearly 60% of North Carolina public school students qualify for free or reduced price meals. Many children rely on these school meals for daily nutritional needs. Nearly 1 in 6 children in North Carolina live in households without consistent access to food. These grants are part of the governor's ongoing commitment to public education. Cooper has declared 2024 the year of public schools and is spending this year highlighting North Carolina's strong public schools, teachers and staff across the state to show the positive impacts of a well-funded public education system on the state's economy and communities. The school district and charter schools receiving grant funds use the Federal Community Eligibility Provision, or the CEP, to make school meals available to all students at no cost to their families. These districts and charter schools, which represent 258 public schools, were selected through a competitive grant program managed by the Carolina Hunger Initiative and the North Carolina Alliance for Health. Luann Crumpler, director of the Carolina Hunger Initiative, said, quote, "School meals are an instructional intervention. From reducing chronic absenteeism to improving reading achievement, small changes in how school breakfast is served can make big impacts on student success. We appreciate Governor Cooper's commitment to providing access to healthy breakfast at school to more students." End quote. Morgan Graham, executive director of the North Carolina Alliance for Health, said, quote, "We know that hungry kids can't learn. These grants enable schools to find creative ways to make sure that every child has the nutrition that they need to focus on learning," end quote. The North Carolina Innovative School Breakfast Grants will go to school districts and charter schools that implement innovative school breakfast models to expand student participation in school breakfast. These models include breakfast in the classroom, second chance breakfast, and grab-and-go breakfast. Innovative school breakfast models have been shown to increase school breakfast participation, especially among students who qualify for free or reduced price lunch. Research shows that eating a healthy school breakfast and lunch improves student attendance, discipline, and academic performance. The 42 grant awardees include school districts and charter schools statewide, from Cherokee County schools in the west to Tyrrell County schools in the east. Funds will be used to purchase kitchen equipment to increase meal prep capacity and serving equipment to more easily and efficiently distribute meals to students. Some programs have already started and others will begin in the next school year. All the selected schools participate in the Community Eligibility Provision Program, a federal program that provides free meals for all students in schools with high percentage of low-income and at-risk students. Many are participating in CEP for the first time this school year. These grants will allow districts to gain maximum access to federal reimbursement funds for free meals for students. Even when meals are available to students at no cost, barriers such as stigma, time, and location can prevent students from eating breakfast. A little bit closer to home to our studios in Statesville, the Iredell Economic Development Corporation, along with its partners, Central Carolina Workforce Development Board, the Greater Statesville Chamber of Commerce, Iredell County, Iredell Statesville Schools, Mooresville Graded School District, and Mitchell Community College, was recently awarded the Fusion Award at the Statesville Chamber's annual meeting for their work on Iredell Ready. The Iredell Ready initiative also aims to further strengthen partnerships with businesses by supporting their recruitment, retention, and pipeline development efforts to build skilled workforce. Melissa Nieder, chair of Iredell County Board of Commissioners, said, quote, "It is an honor for Iredell County to receive the Fusion Award and be recognized as one of the participants that came together in partnership to create a pathway for citizens, whether they are students, unemployed, currently employed, or even retired, to navigate the next steps in their life. Satisfying employment is more than just a job. It is a way of enriching your life, giving back, and inspiring others. Having a starting point like Iredell Ready is priceless," end quote. Iredell Ready demonstrates the commitment of the founding partners to help Iredell County achieve workforce attainment goals and contribute to the state of North Carolina's goal of achieving 2 million North Carolinians earning a high-quality credential or post-secondary degree by 2030. Jen Bosser, President and CEO of the Iredell County Economic Development Corporation, said, quote, "I'm incredibly grateful to our partners for their passion, dedication, and vision in creating Iredell Ready. We are just getting started. Our goal is to reach every student, parent, resident, and business in Iredell County to help them realize their opportunities for a career pathway and prosperous future in Iredell County." In Davidson, the town invites residents to attend a public input session on Thursday, February the 29th. That's tomorrow from 5:15 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Summers Walk Clubhouse, which is located on Summers Walk Boulevard in Davidson. The purpose of a meeting is to review a development proposal and solicit feedback. The proposal includes parcels situated in the neighborhood general planning area and is in the final phase of the Summers Walk Master Plan, originally approved in the early 2000s. The developer, Blue Hill Development, proposes to develop plus or minus 12.5 acres to include 55 townhome units, open space, and linear park features, and a multi-use path connector facilities throughout the development. Identical overview presentations by Town of Davidson staff and the project team will occur at 5:15 and 6:15, with time allotted for questions and viewing the plans in an open house format after each event. Additional information about the application is available on the Town of Davidson's Planning Department website at townofdavidson.org. Well, this Wednesday news drive at 5 is coming to a close in about a minute from now, right after us. Don't go anywhere. Don't change that dial. The Scoreboard is coming up, hosted by Joe Berg, and we'll give you up to date on the entire world of sports. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm very excited for today.
What you got coming up on the Scoreboard?
Lots of high school sports.
Okay, lots of high school.
Basketball playoffs, baseball season starting. It's going to be fun.
Okay, so I know you told me baseball season's starting so quickly. That's amazing.
Spring training going on, high school baseball starting.
I was traveling over. Yeah, I saw teams practicing. It was incredible to see. So lots of high school coming up on the Scoreboard, so don't go anywhere. Joe Berg has got you covered with high school sports coming up in just a few moments. I am Patrick Reynolds. This has been the News Drive at 5. You are the best audience on radio. I will see you Thursday. Have a good night, everybody.